everyone, today we're going to talk about thesis statements. The thesis statement is the most important part of your entire essay, so it's really important that you have a good one. Without a good thesis statement, it's very unlikely that you are going to have a good paper overall. So first let's find out what a thesis statement is. A thesis statement is the sentence that comes at the end of your introduction and it tells your reader what your argument is. A thesis statement has three qualities. The first of these qualities is that a thesis statement must be arguable. Arguable means that there are two sides to the point. So, for example, you can argue for or against gun control. You can argue for or against school uniforms. You can also argue for or against Donald Trump being the next president of the United States of America. All of these topics are arguable. Your thesis statement has to be phrased as an argument. The next quality is that your thesis statement must be specific. That means you cannot have any vague statements in your thesis statement. You need to make sure that you are making your argument very clear for your readers so they understand exactly what side of the argument you are on. The third quality is that a thesis statement has to be defendable. That means you're able to find evidence, whether it's facts, statistics, quotations, any kind of evidence you can find to back it up. You can defend your argument. It's not something completely out of left field. Your thesis statement should only be one sentence long. Any longer than that, and you're probably going to get a little wordy and confusing. Your thesis statement cannot be a question. It must be a statement telling us exactly what your argument is and what side of that argument you stand on. Let's look at some examples of thesis statements. The first is about gun control. It says, gun control is an issue that needs to be addressed by society. Gun control is our topic. The argument is that it needs to be addressed. The specific part is that it needs to be addressed by society. It's important to have all of those parts. Our second example says, elective classes are essential to high school students' lives because they help them find their interests. Our topic is elective classes. Our argument is that they are essential to high school students' lives, and it's specific because we added the word because. They help them to find their interests. Let's test out your knowledge. Which of these thesis statements is the best? A. The Jacob Wetterling case has finally been solved after 27 years. B. The Jacob Wetterling case could have been solved earlier if the police investigation had been more thorough. C. Jacob Wetterling's mother is a strong woman. Or D. Why didn't they focus on Danny Heinrich sooner? The answer is B. The Jacob Wetterling case could have been solved earlier if the police investigation had been more thorough. Our topic we're talking about is the Jacob Wetterling case. Our argument is that it could have been solved earlier. Where we get specific is that we say, if the police investigation had been more thorough, makes it more specific. The reason A doesn't work is that it's just a statement. This is not an argument. C doesn't work for the same reason. Again, it's not a statement, it's not an argument, it's just a statement. While there is an opinion in here that she's a strong woman, we are missing the specific part of it. D is in the form of a question, so that doesn't work as our thesis statement. Now that you know more about thesis statements, look at your thesis statement sheet and create your own thesis statement for the story you read yesterday.